Doodlelog 002 The Underland Project. July 29, 2019. I just landed on a big bug island, and I'm currently getting ready to explore it. I've flown a drone to have a better view of it, and saw that it is indeed shaped like a big bug. The island was formed after a light that emerged from the previous production diary hit the ocean. I have reason to believe that this island is somehow connected to my current project. I decided that before starting my exploration of it, I'd record this new log to share some information about the said project. I started the Underland project with the objectives of creating 5 3D animated short films based on some events from the book Gregor the Overlander by Suzanne Collins. It is a Doodle Notes Productions fan mode web series project focused on improving my skills and knowledge in producing 3D animated films. At the same time, bringing to life a portion of a story that inspired me to become a storyteller. Episode 1 of the project made great progress last year by producing 3 short animations presenting the major characters of the episode. I also published a number of videos sharing the process of how each are made. I managed to finish the animatics for episode 1 as well, and also recorded my progress on the project through the production diaries. Last year ended with the project being temporarily halted due to some unexpected events. These events were stated on the first entry of this log. Earlier this year, I decided to share to the public episode 1's animatics. Along with that is a poll asking assistance in choosing which step should be taken next regarding the project. Among the choices, the first choice garnered most votes. I am taking into account the results of the poll, but the final decision regarding the future of the project is still uncertain. It is certain, however, that I will be finishing episode 1 and observe how well it will perform after I deliver it to the public. The future of the project depends on its performance, and the future of episode 1 depends on whatever it is that I'll find out once I venture into the island's only cave. The expedition will be starting first thing tomorrow. The journey may or may not be long, and it may or may not be filled with all sorts of challenges. Regardless of what awaits me, I believe I've prepared enough for this voyage, and I'm ready to take it on. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah. Gotta get some rest. Big day tomorrow. And yep, that is the Underland Project. Hello everyone, my name is MJ Vilches, and welcome to part 4, the final part of the creation process of our artwork, The Legend. So yeah, what you just watched is like Doodlelog 002, the second Doodlelog, sharing my journey to awesomeness. So yeah, it explains, what the Underland Project is. I mean, it's the most recent updated information about the project, so that's why I'm showing it, and so that you have an idea what the Underland Project is all about, and what I'm aiming to do. So yeah, another byproduct of the Underland Project is this TUP Art Challenge, where each month for this year I am challenging myself and the others who wants to join to create artworks based on a book. And each month there's like an assigned chapter where any participants can pick from those chapters which scene they want to draw or they want to like bring to life through art, and that's the challenge to do that. And we're currently at August, and I've drawn a bunch of artworks already, and I plan to do this even till next year, until all the books are done. We'll see. I'm not really sure what the future holds, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, this is a byproduct of the Underland Project. It's an art challenge, and right now we're working on The Legend. That's the title of this artwork. It's going to be a comic cinematic. And yeah, in the previous parts we've done the sketching, the lines, the inking, and then the color.
And right now we're just gonna finalize this whole thing so that we until we get it ready for render, because this is gonna be a comic cinematic. So the camera, like I said in the previous part, will be moving. Wait, I'm not selecting the camera. We're moving from here to here, revealing Ripred, or the legend himself. So yeah, I actually added other effects here. For the foreground, I added a blur effect to kind of have that depth of field thing going on there. Also, the background there behind Ripred, I'm probably gonna reduce the blurriness of that. But yeah, right now we're just gonna do some finalizing, and we're gonna keep going with this artwork. So yeah, so for the finalization, like I said, we're gonna be animating the camera later, but first I need to like add more shadows to Ripred here, add more shading. So I'm also going to just so I can get it out of the way, I'm gonna select the cave background first, and I'm gonna make it darker because that part of the artwork there is dark. It's like there's no light there. And I'm also gonna match the color of the shading for the background here to that, so that it blends in together nicely. So I'm gonna go to effect. I'm just gonna make this darker. Probably move it further right there, and just do like this. And we have our, yeah, that's enough. So next we're gonna do some shading on Ripred. There's also like another grease pencil thing that you can do. So I'm just gonna select, I'm gonna go to the front view actually. I'm gonna hide the cave foreground so we see Ripred. I'm also gonna hide cave BG, cave subject, and I'm gonna go back to this view right here. I'm gonna turn off the gizmo because it's distracting. And we're gonna doing some shading. So I'm gonna go to the grease pencil layer here. And yeah, by the way, if you want to watch the rest of the doodle logs and the Journey to Awesomeness videos, just head over to my main channel, Doodle Notes Productions. You can search it on YouTube, and searching Doodle Notes Productions should immediately take you to my content and to the channel. So yeah, just do that if you want to check out more Journey to Awesomeness stuff, because that's how, and doodle logs, because that's how I give updates about the project in a spectacular way. But yeah, just do that if you want to watch more of those. So yeah, right now we're gonna do some shading. So I'm gonna lock both the line and the fill here. I'm gonna put the shading on top of that. So I'm gonna go shading here, and the blend of it will be multiply, and then it's going to be a black fill layer, black fill material. So I'm just gonna go name this shading. I'm gonna uncheck stroke, check fill, and that should be good because we need a black color for that, for the shadows. And we're gonna do some shading. Just make sure the right layer is selected and we're in the right frame, which is frame 1, because this is not animated. And we're gonna do some shading here. I'm gonna start with a nose. For this, I can probably overlap. So I'm just gonna do this, and I need to, there's something I need to do, I think, to make this work. I'm gonna add mask. Probably fill. Yeah, there we go. We need to add the mask here. Check mask, add the fill, so that it masks out the part of the fill. And looks like there's a problem here. I'm going to have to do that again. Oh, this is the one that you need to click. Let's try and do that again. Looks like I wasn't in the front view when I was drawing that. That's why there's that weird thing happening there. And then just do this. Lower the opacity. I'm gonna try hard light for this. So yeah, we have a shadow there. I need to go back to the YouTube here. Hey Mbuddy, hey Blifton, welcome to the stream. And yeah, hopefully you learn some new Blender stuff here, even if you can't use Blender. But maybe someday when you can. So I'm just gonna do something like this here. And do that. I don't think hard light is the right decision here. I'll go back to multiply. So that we can do some shading, shadows here. And the shading for the eyes right here. So it's going to have like sharp shadows. So this whole thing right here should be shaded. And then right here. So I'm not gonna try to be too like meticulous about things here, because that will take so much time, and I'm trying to just achieve like a nice like cartoon style for this comic cinematic anyway. So no need to like really make it like nice and polished. Just enough to give the illusion. And there we go. Probably also need to add shadows right here. That's looking nice. Maybe behind the head as well. And then this part right here beneath the head. I'm going to first start by doing something like this. I should have zoomed out more, but oh well, let's wing it. I'll just start like that, but this whole part right here will be shaded. Let's see then. What can we do here? This part right here. Like that. And this here. What's gonna be in shadow will be this part where the hand is like blocking the light from a torch that the Underlanders are carrying when they're meeting Riprid. There we go. More shadows right here. Like this, so. This may be shaded right here. And that whole, this whole part right here. So I'm not much of an expert when it comes to shading, so there will be inaccuracies. Hey there, Burnman Baker, welcome to the stream. We've just started. It's only been 15 minutes into the stream, and we're doing some shading for RipRed here. I might also add another specular, probably. Yeah, just name this specular, and then I'm gonna bump it up all to white, and since we've like set this to like multiply, we can like add that white stuff there to erase some of the black ones. So yeah, next right here. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong material. Let's go back to black. There we go. And this part right here. That should look nice. And also bottom part right here. Yeah, it looks like we have like there's a fill issue here, which easily fixed by unlocking fill and just coloring in that part that haven't been filled up, and lock it again. And we're gonna go back to shading and select shading. I'm going to control space here so that we have like a bigger screen space for the whole drawing. Now that's better. So there we go. I'm gonna shade this part as well. Once I model this character, I mean the rats or RipRed in Blender, like 3D version of them, it's gonna be a lot more detail to them, most probably. And yeah, they're gonna be designed nicely. So I need to add that shadow right there. And right here. Until it looks nice. We're just gonna keep shading here until it looks nice. So right there. And yeah, they have a bunch of fill issues at the bottom here. As you can see, it's not properly, probably because of filling them. Yeah, I need to go back here and let's fix those filling issues. Or draw, control space. I'm gonna select fur base. This probably happened because of that thing we did yesterday, or on the previous part, where I like did this on a camera view, and that ended up like disaligning some of the layers, or you know, this layer right here, the fur layer. So I'm just gonna keep filling here, and there might be a slight issue with the stream in a while because it looks like people outside are gonna start watching Netflix. So sorry about that in advance if the stream ever gets, you know, it stutters. But anyways, this is probably not gonna be a long stream, but we'll see. I mean, we're doing some fixes right now. But yeah, I think we're fine. This is not gonna last that long. And by the end of the stream, we'd have a finished artwork. I'm just fixing up the fills here that had an issue. So I think everything's good. Now let's keep on shading. I need to go back to the layer. I'm gonna lock this. So yeah, there's actually a way to access it here, so I don't have to like control space, go back to this view. I can just keep going in this view and keep doing some shading. So nice and shaded right there. The bottom of the right there. Hey J Studio PH, welcome. And yeah, I'm planning to like during TUC Fandom Week, I'm planning to like create something like this for the TUC Fandom Week, and then also make a Filipino stream from it, because it's gonna be a bunch of days where we're gonna be creating some artworks, and I plan to do a bunch of comic cinematics for the Fandom Week. So yeah, probably gonna be sharing it to the Filipino Blender user community, to P-Bug. I should have probably gone with this kind of shadow, so I'm gonna Control Z that and go like this. And this, since this is so exposed to the light, I won't add shadow there. I will add shadow right here though. So just gonna keep shading here until we have Riprid nice and shaded. So we're almost done. Just need to relax my hands for a bit, because it's starting to cramp. So yeah, I think there's an issue with the tail here. I think I can fix that by just doing I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to the fill layer again. I'm gonna lock this, unlock the fill, and I can just grab this part right here and just dragging it towards the edge there, so that there's no, so that it's fixed. I don't have to like draw on it. And there we go. Fixed right away. This one too. And this one right here. And we still have right here, just to fix this, like there's unfilled parts. So I'm drawing from the front view now, so there's no more issues like that happening from now on, which I should have drawn on the front view from the start, but I'm a dum-dum, so we make mistakes. Not gonna happen next time though. Anyways, oops, something is happening here. We're in the fill layer still. Need to go back to the shading layer and continue the shading. So I will need to add shadow like that right here, because that's behind this leg right here, and then the leg part as well. Like so. And now for the other feet or paw. I should really learn the terminologies for this, especially when I'm creating like videos, workflow videos of the modeling process for the rats, because that's gonna happen, guys. That's something you'll expect to happen next year. I'll be modeling Luxa, Aurora, Ares, Henry, Marith, and Perdita as well, because I'll need them for episode 5 of the animated shorts. And then the rats, Fanger, and was it Fanger? Yeah, Fanger and Shed. It's going to be a fight scene. The next, after I'm done with episode 1, I'm gonna go straight to episode 5 without waiting for the performance of episode 1. But yeah, if episode 1 performs well, and a lot of people will demand for me to finish all of the episodes, I might end up doing that. But only if, episode 1 gets a nice reception. A lot of people want some more, stuff like that. But, if it doesn't get that much views, I'm gonna have to end the project with episode 5. But yeah, there's going to be, episode 5 is gonna be intense. And I plan to do it after episode 1. Supposed to be, I'm supposed to go from episode 1, episode 2. I started this project without really thinking it, because I started this project not really knowing how I can do it. I have no idea I can do the stuff that I can right now. I just kind of decided that I'm gonna do this, and then I learned the process as I did it, and then now I kind of regret doing it. 5 episodes for this, but not really. The one thing that I'm really worried about is the legal things that's accompanied by it. That's one of the things that's kind of worrying me, and that's probably one of the things that can immediately stop this project to come to fruition. But then again, I think we're still fine. What we're doing is still within the boundaries of the law, I guess. I don't know, the copyright law. When it comes to creating adaptations for the books, because you're not really allowed to create adaptation for the whole book. It's something that's really a no-no. That's why when starting the project, and then I found out that that's a thing, I got worried and I almost canceled the project because of it. But I already started the Underland project pretty far out into the project, so stopping it would just be awful, especially to GulliermoGage and to others who gave me support in the project. But yeah, I've learned a lot since the beginning of this project, which I will be applying to future projects of Doodle Notes Productions. And yeah, there are a lot of future projects, because I have lots of original stories just waiting to be turned into film or whatever it is I want them to turn into, or however I want to share them to the world. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I want to share to you guys. Stories, and I also want to share to my fellow Filipino brethren the methods in doing this kind of stuff, so that I'm not the only Filipino who's doing it. It's something that everyone is doing. A lot of people are doing, and money won't be an issue, even time. I'm just trying to figure out a system to be able to make that happen. I'm sure that's going to help the animation filmmaking industry of this country. Hopefully that will help. So yeah, we're done with the shadow here, and next, after the shading, let's go back to the layers. I'm gonna lock this. I'm gonna go to a specular, or like the bright parts, which won't be a lot. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go to front view again. I'm gonna hide the cameras for now, because we don't need it and it's obstructing the view. And let me check here. I think I still need to add some shadow for some shading for the tail here. Probably like this. I don't know. Not like that. Maybe like this, or maybe how we do this. Like I said, I'm not an expert in adding shit. Maybe this whole part right here. Yeah, like that. Maybe that'll do. There we go. Maybe that'll do. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. This is this is also one thing that I want to practice, like 2D animation, but I'm not gonna be animating this one. But yeah, 2D animation is one of the things that I want to also hone my skills on, because I have a future project that I wanted to like do it that way. But I'm not sure though. I'm probably gonna end up doing some 3D stuff on it as well. But yeah, we're done with shading. Now let's go to specular, and I'm gonna set specular to add, because this is a light, and I'm gonna go specular right here and select specular. Probably add another specular layer here. Specular, or sheen. I don't know. I'm not sure how to call it. Terminology is just one of my weakest thing, and I'm weak when it comes to like the right terms and stuff. So I'm gonna go to heading to the rendered view. I'm gonna turn on cave background and cave subject, so we kind of see how we're supposed to do this. I'm gonna go to specular. Specular is add. I'm gonna just add something like this here, or maybe something like this, and reduce the opacity a bit. Am I? Yeah, I'm gonna reduce the opacity a bit. I'm probably gonna change the color of that sheen though. Make it, yeah, that lighter, and probably reduce the opacity more, so that it's not too much. There we go. And I think at this point we're done. And one of the last thing I'm gonna do is just, yeah, at this point we're done. The light is the only thing that needs like that sharp shading, sharp specular. So I'm gonna turn on Cave FG. I'm gonna go back to camera view, and we're gonna start doing some animation probably. Like, just the camera animation, not the whole not the subject, not ripred. But yeah, first I'm gonna fix the effect here, the shadow. I'm kind of not liking it being in that position, so I'm gonna move it back right here and cue there, so that we don't see that orange outline that hides like the overlays. And then I'm just gonna move it around so that the shadow looks nice. So shadow, I guess, looks nice there. I'm gonna select the cave background. Let's play around with the colors more. Probably like that. I'm gonna select cave subject. So I know that I've selected cave subject because of the outliner here. And then I'm going to go to the effect and move our shadow around more, so that it also, like, the shadow also like affects the floor right there. So yeah, I might have to do some experiments here. I'm gonna go back to solid. This is cave background. I'm gonna go with cave subject, and I'm gonna experiment texture. I'm gonna experiment on the texture if it's possible for us to like add a let me just try this. I'm gonna go to textures here. These are textures I downloaded from Texture Haven, so it should be safe to use them. I'm gonna go to rock. I'm just gonna get this, and there we go. Oh, that actually looks really nice. That's a keeper right there. I can like blend it in with the base color, bring back some of the color, but yeah, that's looking nice. This is actually the first time I did this, like experimenting with the texture and stuff, and that adds a lot to it. I'm gonna do the same with the cave foreground. I'm going to texture, and I'm gonna get that rock texture again, and probably add the blend of I think Going that way will bring it back to the base color, and going this way adds the texture more. So let me just go bring back our base color here. Make the base color darker probably. I don't know, maybe let's try this. This is the bump, but since I want dark, I want this to be dark, it would have a different effect. So there we go. It's looking nice. I'm also gonna add it on the background here, the cave background. Actually, I don't have to keep doing that because both of them are already here. I just need to, use the same thing and reduce its intensity, its blend, so that it's not. I'm gonna use the black one as well. So yeah, that really adds a lot. Like adding texture to it, probably about 0.97. But still too much. 0.99. Okay, 0.99. So yeah. That's looking nice. I'm gonna do some tests. I'm gonna try doing this on RipRed as well. Let's see if we have the proper texture for it though. Let's see what we have here. Grass. What does grass look like? Let's try that. Ooh, interesting effect. But not too much. Let's try something else. So at this point, I'm just really, doing some trial and error. Even using, I might end up downloading. I'm gonna go to Texture Haven. Let's see if they have a fur texture. So yeah, if you want to download some textures for your artworks, I think Texture Haven is the perfect place to do it because it's 100% free. This site right here, it's 100% free. You can use it for any purpose. It's under the public domain license, so there's really complete freedom to using it. Don't have to worry about, I think this right here would be a nice. It kind of has like a fur texture to it. I'm gonna download this. I'm gonna download all maps. I'm gonna stick with 1K for now. Or maybe we can download. No, it's too big. It might take too much time to download and will affect the stream. Yeah, just 1K, just 1K. Place it on go to files, pictures, textures. It should be in concrete. Wait, is that? Oh no, it's painted. Concrete floor painted. So that should download pretty fast, hopefully. So while waiting to download, waiting for that download, let's just keep trying some here. I'm probably not even gonna end up using that one. So oh yeah, these are like my own homemade textures for Gregor. I used this texture for Gregor when I painted Gregor's pants and stuff. So I do hope the stream is still fine. It's probably not. Let's see sand. I don't know about sand. Rock. Oh yeah, I used rock for the cave. Mud. Let's see how mud looks like. I'm gonna try this one. Let's see how it looks. So 0.999. 0.99 as well for this 0.99. So yeah, it's still downloading. I don't have a very fast internet. That's why the stream may end up stuttering, but Bronwyn Baker did say that the stream's still okay on his end. So I'm gonna proceed with the assumption that everything is still fine. So yeah, I'm just adding some textures here to add more awesomeness to our work here. I'm gonna select Oh yeah, I need to. Oh no, not that one. I'm gonna go to camera. Oh, that's why I was wondering what happened to the light. But yeah, as you can see, when I enable the light again, we have a nice. Oh man, that's looking really nice. And later, when we color grade that, that's gonna look even more awesome. As you can see, it's pretty much done at this point. We're just gonna try out that fur that I downloaded. So I'm gonna extract this to a different folder. I should have organized this properly. The textures here. Tell you what, I'm gonna delete that and extract this to its own folder so that there's no. So yeah, I'm gonna add this one, the one that we just downloaded on RipRed here. I'm gonna select RipRed in the outliner, and then let's open that texture. It's in concrete, painted, and then let's see how this looks. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is it even there? I'm not seeing it. Let me go back to this view. We're in the fur, and for some reason I don't see it. It's not working. Probably because it only works in rendered view or material preview. Whoa! Ripper just became the bane. Ripper just became the bane, guys. Let's bring that back. We don't want that. Ripper just became the bane there. That's actually pretty funny. So yeah, our texture seems to I'm gonna remove the texture here, open. Let's see if we can fix this. Why does it turn to white though? That's weird. Yeah, the bane is in this, guys. Yeah, the one that we downloaded is not working. Is it because it's too small? I am not understanding what's happening right now. I guess I'm just not gonna do it, and then because concrete floor is not doing what we want it to do. It just turns RipRed to the bane for some reason. I wonder why. Let me do this. I'm gonna restart Blender, probably because I just downloaded it and Blender's not opening it nicely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close Blender and I'm gonna open it. And I'm so glad that it's so easy to do that with Blender. It's something that you can't easily do in other programs where you can just close and then open it, because other programs like load in a lot of stuff and takes a long time to open. And Blender, when you wanna like reopen it, just reopen it. And then things are fine. So for some reason, concrete floor painted diffuse is not opening properly in Blender. I'm not sure what the cause of the problem is. It should work, but even here I can't preview it. Let's go to, I'm gonna try opening image editor here and check what the problem is. But yeah, we're pretty much done actually. I'm just really oh yeah, it's right here. It's already open. But why is it not affecting our? Is it a bug or something? Because others are working nicely. Other textures are working. Looks like RipRed's been through a muddy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this instead. 0.95 probably. And then let's go back to this view. As you can see, it's like that, those little texture just adds a lot to the whole thing here. And that's nice, man. Okay, I guess the one thing that's left to do is to animate the camera. So I'm gonna select the camera and go back. I'm gonna go to the end frame here because this is gonna be our end frame, this view right here. I'm gonna add a location rotation, and then it looks like our screencast key is warped right now. Let's see. That should be fixed. That should fix it, hopefully. Yep, it's fixed. Okay, now let's animate the camera. For the initial position of the camera, I'm gonna move it right here. So yeah, just that texture really adds a lot to it, man. Let's see, let's preview this. Well, I prefer to think of myself as a legend, but I suppose guide will do. And there he is, the legend. So yeah, I think we're done here. One of the things that I can do, I'm gonna try rendering. Let's see how that affects our stream. Okay, I'm gonna press F12 on this last frame. Get ready, guys. This will ruin the stream. F12. Oh, maybe it didn't, because we're working on grease pencil here. So this is our raw render. I'm probably gonna go do some compositing as well, because we do want to finalize and we still have lots of time left. So I'm gonna go to compositing. I'm gonna use nodes, so we have our render right there. I won't need this. I'm probably gonna close this timeline here because we don't need it. We just need image editor. Render result. So yeah, other streamers or Blender users that stream can probably do that without a problem because they have like a very powerful computer and stuff. But I always worry about doing that on a stream. I mean, even while recording it, just recording it without streaming, it really ruins the recording. But since we're like working with grease pencil here, I think we're good. So I'm gonna do some compositing here. I'm gonna add one of my favorite like effect in Blender, lens distortion. I'm gonna add like a 0.005 distort and 0.05, and probably make this projector so that projector has a nicer effect. You'll see like the effect when I bump up the settings more. So tell me if the stream's like starting to stutter while doing these things. It is pretty taxing for the laptop to like edit the compositing here and stuff. And then I'm gonna try adding filter glare. Let's see what the effect will be. So yeah, there's the effect of the glare right there. But I don't want it to look like that, where Rip Red seems to look like he's dreamy. So we're gonna go with fog glow. And probably lower the threshold, just to amplify the effect of the glare there. And then we're gonna do some. I'm gonna use Filmic for this probably. Let's go to rendering to do this. So yeah, I actually added bloom. That's bloom, Blifton. This glare here adds that bloom effect. That's what I just did. So I'm gonna mute this, and you'll see, observe like the ears and like the brighter areas. It's gonna like bloom, as you saw there. I can even like lower the threshold more, so that you know the bloom effect is like more intense. but I really don't want that. So probably 0.25 will do. So yeah, just tell me if the stream's still okay, because doing these things tends to mess up the recording or the stream. And then let's do some color grading. Probably high contrast on Filmic here. I'm gonna use curves. I'll bring this down some. Probably bring that up. Bring this down. And then probably increase red. So yeah, at this point we're just doing some color grading, really preparing it for the final render. So these are just some quick color grading. And let's see. Probably bring back blue. No, it's maybe yellowish. We'll do the trick here. So yeah, I think this is great. One thing I can add though, I'm going back to 2D animation, is to emphasize more the bloom of the light, and I think I can do that by doing this, by checking bloom. That may add, let's see, where is my light here? Actually, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna, let's go back again, let's see. Because I want to emphasize more the bloom right here. Yeah, I think we're fine though. I mean, everything's looking great. We have Rip Red here looking really awesome. Maybe that shadow behind him is too dark. Let's go back to curves and fix that. Bring this up more. The animation looks better when it's contrasted a bit, but not too contrast. So I'm going to just reduce the opacity. Let's see, how can we do this? Is there a way to edit the alpha of the mask color? Overlay. That's interesting. I don't want that though. I'm experimenting with the different blend modes here. Overlay has an interesting effect, but there's no way for me to like edit the opacity of it. That's probably one of the things that let's see, maybe brightening it. Yeah, brightening it up may be the way to like reduce the opacity. I'm gonna go back to regular. No, not regular, maybe multiply. Yeah, multiply. And I'm not gonna make this green. Maybe like that will do. Just a bit dark, so that it's not too dark. But yeah, I think we're done here. I mean, we can preview this. We're even at a nice frame rate here. But it's gone when we show Rip Red. But yeah, this is our final product, guys. We are lagging now. I'm gonna try to set the playback to AV sync so that it's real time, and just tell me if the stream's still fine. Well, I prefer to think of myself as a legend, but I suppose guide will do. And we need to make like this part longer, so maybe add more frames there. 300 maybe, so that it shows Rip Red for a long time right here before it stops, before the video stops. Maybe longer. You know, we need more Rip Red. We need more screen time for Rip Red here. And there we go. Probably 350 is too long. Not that much. 320. Okay, let's do that again. Oops, what happened? Okay. I can probably like put a title here or something, I don't know. Like The Legend. Well, I prefer to think of myself as a legend, but I suppose guide will do. Yeah, we're done. What do you think? What do you guys think? I'm gonna publish this in a video, by the way, and it's gonna be exactly like that. I'm gonna like Ripred's gonna be talking, and that's exactly what he's gonna say. And I'm gonna publish this as a video on the main channel. So yeah, does it? Good. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. On the rendered version of this will be this one, of course, with all the bloom effect applied. I'm gonna F12 again, let's see. And it should add the compositing, and yeah, the background still visible here. It's not too dark anymore. And we have the bloom effect, and there's even a slight distortion. Let's tell you what, I'm gonna try and see what happens if I bump up more the effect of the distortion here. So yeah, you're gonna see like that, this like bluish and reddish things that's happening. It's a nice effect, but I don't want too much of it, so I'm gonna reduce probably distortion a bit, and also reduce the dispersion, because that's kind of hurting the eyes right there. Probably 0.1 will do. Yeah, that should be just a subtle effect of it. It's barely even visible, but it's there. So yeah, this is our comic cinematic. I've showed to you like everything from start to finish, 4-part video, and the result is this one. Hang on a minute. Something's happening here that I do not like. Let's fix that. I think it's in cave foreground. I'm gonna reduce Yep. It's small, but I don't like it. Let's fix that while we'll steer here. Can't speak anymore. But yeah, let's fix that while we're still here. There. Anyways, I'm just do. Oh, wrong. Almost ruined the whole thing there. I'm gonna try doing it in front view. It's not really in front view, but because well, I don't think I need to color it. I just need to. I'm gonna go object mode. I'm gonna make sure that cave BG is selected. I'm gonna SY0, and hopefully that fixed it. Yeah, that should fix it. There's probably a whole lot of issues on Ripred as well, but that little thing kind of just, it's right on in front of you, so it's kind of difficult not to see it, at least for me. Yeah, let me turn on that effect again, and things should be fine now. Or not. What is this? It's still there. Okay, let's fix it properly this time. It should be. It's not visible when you're not in the camera view though. That's so weird. They're still pretty separated there. Probably because I'm gonna go to grease pencil. Yeah, because line is locked, and so it wasn't edited when I did that. Okay. Again, SY0. And that should be it. Well, it's still there, but it's easily fixable by doing this. So now, we're good. This should be fine now. I'm gonna add that blur effect again. I can even animate the blur so that it seems like we're we can see this foreground here, and then it shows rip red. But I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, yeah, that's it. This is it. This is our entry for hashtag TUPR challenge for the month of August. The title of this is The Legend. And I'll be posting this on my art accounts and on the main channel soon. So yeah, I've shown you how to do something like this from 0 to hero, 0 to legend. So yeah, that's all. And yeah, I don't think I need to show you anything anymore. I hope that you've learned stuff from this, from this whole series of videos. You learned how to make like a comic cinematic using only Blender. I didn't use any other third-party programs except for probably the textures that I used for this for the details of the cave and everything here. But yeah, we just use Blender, and our end result looks awesome according to Mbuddy and Bronwyn Baker. So yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, hope you have a good rest of the day and rest of the night if live in a different part of the world. And yeah, next week I'm gonna be working on a bunch of artwork that's kind of like this, but probably less complicated, because I'm planning to do it daily throughout the TUC fandom week, following the prompts that are there. So yeah, next week I'm gonna be streaming again, creating artworks in Blender, and I'm gonna be sharing that to you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching. My name is MJ Vilches, and yeah, gotta go refine the last 8 shots of Sequence 8 of Episode 1 of